Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Silver took a beating this week, an absolute smackdown. Let's discuss it. What's up, everybody? Thompson Coin&Stamp here, and what a smackdown silver took this week. According to AppMax, it is 5:01 p.m. on Friday evening. According to AppMax, we are down $3.30 for the week, sitting at a price of $48.84 an ounce. And that is crazy, as we were well over $53, around $54 a week ago. So it is crazy. This beautiful metal here is just getting whooped. And let's see what an article on kitco.com has to say about it. In this little article here, published by Jim Wyckoff, a special report, gold, silver pair early daily losses, expect high volatility again next week. So what does that mean for this metal? Let my dog out real quick, so we don't do second cuts here. So here we go. According to this article on kitco.com, it says gold and silver prices near midday Friday have clawed back most of their overnight losses following a tame U.S. CPI report that puts the Federal Reserve firmly on track to lower U.S. interest rates by a quarter point next week. This week, the daily price volatility in gold and silver future markets became so extreme that both bulls and bears could have been forced out of the markets in the same trading session due to, what does it say here? Major whipsaw price action. Never heard of a whipsaw. How about you? So it says, look for continued volatility, higher volatility, next week in both precious metal markets, which is, if is indeed the case, would favor the bears. So let me know what you think. Comment a 1 if you think it's going to be a bull market, or comment a 2 if you think it's going to be more of a bear market coming up. It says, what the high volatility has likely done is drive many speculators out of the gold and silver futures market because they are scared to trade such volatility. Less participation from the speculative segment of futures markets is generally bearish, as it can be argued that the majority of speculative traders would rather play the long side than the short side, which I can't blame them there. It says, for those gunslingers still willing to trade the gold and silver market straight away, it says the micro and mini gold futures are the way most should do it. Even trading the smaller size contracts during such volatile market activity can be very risky. It says the smaller size future contracts allow traders to access the markets with a lower capital commitment. Micro gold futures from the CME group represent 1/10 the size of a standard 100-ounce COMEX gold futures contract, meaning each contract is for 10 troy ounces of gold. The smaller size translate to significantly lower margin requirements, making them ideal for new traders or those with smaller trading accounts. With a smaller ticket value, 10 cents, which equals $1, meaning a $1 move is $10 in value, micro gold futures offer less financial impact from price movements, which makes them a useful tool for testing trading strategies or managing smaller scale portfolios. Yeah, with a lot of volatility coming up, you never know what's going to happen. I personally think we've still got a lot of room to grow with silver. I still think it's undervalued. I personally think this beautiful metal right here is going to get back up over $50. I think we'll see $75 or $100 by the end of the year. $75 definitely. I think we've got a lot of room to grow, but I am not a financial advisor, so please take my word with a grain of salt. So back to the article. It says lower global interest rates are likely in the coming months. After next week's Fed rate cut, the marketplace still thinks the Fed will make up to 2 more cuts of 1/4 point. Recent weaker economic data out of China has the Chinese government saying it will ease its monetary policy in the coming weeks/months. Other countries, including Canada and the UK and Australia, have also lowered interest rates. However, psychologically, a lot has changed in the past week. Let's face it, gold and silver bulls and bears were both spooked at one time or another in the past week. This favors the bears. The U.S. stock indices have also made solid rebounds, and today, Friday, hit record highs. The stock market is a competing asset class with safe haven metals. The stock indices at record highs suggest better risk appetite in the marketplace, which is bearish for gold and silver. The U.S. dollar index has been trading higher since mid-September. Generally, a rallying U.S. dollar index is a bearish element for the gold and silver markets. I'm sorry I don't have any gold out here today, just the silver. And let's go back to this article. The gentleman says, let me leave you with this important point, which I warned you about last week. Probably the most important factor that I think will determine where gold and silver prices are headed. Silver above $50. Reason, price history over the past 50 years shows that when silver prices reach $50 or get close to it, which has occurred 3 times now. The first 2 times saw silver trade above 50 for only a short period of time. 2 weeks from now, if silver prices are above 50 an ounce, when the marketplace can start to believe both gold and silver are entering new, longer-term price ranges that will continue well above what price history of the past 50 years has shown. And if silver stays below $50 in the next week, history will again repeat itself. And that would suggest that gold and silver are due for extended downside price corrections and even bear markets further down the road to continue the historical cycle of boom and bust seen in all raw commodity markets. Right now, it appears silver prices are going to have a difficult trek to get back above that key $50 level. Like I said, that's an article on kitco.com by Jim Wyckoff. Hope I pronounced his name correctly. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you think gold and silver is going to go back up or what. Like I said, give me type of 1 if you're going to think it's going to be a bull market. Type of 2 if you think it's going to be a bear market. I might have said that differently earlier in the video. I can't recall right now. But I sure do appreciate each and every one of y'all watching. Stay tuned every Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for our weekly coin, roll, hunt, and chat. Until next time, Thompson Coin and Stamp is out.